Hello everyone, I'm the Solo Gamer, and welcome to, well, something new. On Sundays, or every Sunday I should say, I want to do something different. I want to, experiment with different indie games. Not really experiment, but play them so that you guys can learn about them, and, so we can see them together. Now, I don't know exactly what to call this day. Every Sunday will be a new indie/developing game that I find on the internet. You may know it, you may not. So I don't know what to call this day of indie/development games. So I'm going to leave that up to you. I want you to help me create a name for this day. Or for this series. So the first game is Prison Architect. Now I've had some time to play around with this game, and it is pretty good for where it is in its development stage. This game is made by Introversion software, which also created Darwinia, Multiwinia, Defcon, and a couple other little type games. So it's not a well-known company, but this could surely boost it up there, obviously. Now it's an indie company, so they are working off of funds from Kickstarter. And I think that's already over, but they still have the rewards on their website that you can purchase. Or you could buy it off of Steam for the early access for $30. It's a decent price, considering this is in development. It should be a little bit lower, but I see where they're coming from. Now, obviously, by the name, Prison Architect, you can tell that this is a prison builder type of game. And it works similarly to tycoon games, like Prison Tycoon. However, adding different mechanics into it, like you have workers that come and build things, you need resources, and pretty much supply prisoners' needs. Now, I'm going to be going through the introduction of the game. The only reason why I am here on this map is because there is no main menu. It plops you right into the game right as you launch. So, without further ado, let's go to the introduction. This is a tough one. There is a prisoner incarcerated at this facility who's been convicted of a double murder and sentenced to death. That's where we come in. We've been contracted to construct an execution chamber in time for the guy's big day. What a day indeed. This is where I want the new facility to be built. The first step with any project like this is to construct the building itself with enough space inside to fit an execution room and a holding cell. So let's get started. Construct a new building here. We will also need an entrance to the new execution facility. Okay, fantastic. Build a large jail door into the south wall. So as I stated before, I have played this game quite a lot actually. And I love it so much that once this game gets developed a little bit more, I might do a Let's Play on it. I mean, right now, you can only go so far, and there are a couple things that are broken, but, like I said, in the future, I really want to do this Let's Play. Because this game, I've found to be really enjoyable. Okay, so let's start with building the building. And we were going... Yes, what do you want? Your workmen are responsible for construction of buildings. They'll collect the steel and concrete from this storeroom and take it to the construction site. They'll use those raw materials to build the foundations and framework of your new building. This is the slowest part of construction, so you should plan ahead when building new facilities. While we wait, take a look around. Use WASD or the arrow keys to move around, and then use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Alright, I guess we'll take a look around. It's a nice layout. Double wall. Ooh, that's defendable. Alright. Alright, so let's put a door on this. A large jail door. We don't want any prisoners to escape execution, because that would just be very, very bad. Okay. And we have our room. Inside the building, I want a jail cell and an execution room. Partition the space by constructing some brick walls. Fantastic. Okay. Some nice brick walls. I really recommend this game. I really do. I haven't played any of the Prison Tycoons or anything like that. I love the artwork style of it. And it's a game that's currently being worked on, you know, and improved upon. So I'm really enjoying this game. And I think that people that are interested in these tycoon-type games, simulators, they'll enjoy this as well. Now add large jail doors to those dividing walls. Okay, thank you. You can rotate an object before placement by clicking the middle mouse button or press R. Alright, place one right there, and one right there. That's looking good. We now need to designate rooms with those spaces. Designate a cell in the smaller area where our condemned inmate will live. Then designate the execution room itself in the larger area. Well, first, I need lights now. Alright. Designate that as a cell and this as an execution room. Beautiful. Those new rooms have requirements before they become functional. The cell needs a bed and a toilet. The execution room requires the electric chair. Oh, that's it. Okay. It's hard to read things as he's saying it. I don't even know why I started to, but that's fine. Grab a bed and a toilet and an electric chair. Now, I won't be going into the sandbox mode yet, only because I want to just give you guys a quick preview. The sandbox mode is fun. It's basically this, but you start off with a blank lot. And you have to build everything up yourself. But hopefully, in the future, once this game is improved upon, I will do a Let's Play and I will show you guys the sandbox mode. Alright, I need that bed and the toilet. Where are they? Come on. Oh, way over here. That's the essentials taken care of. But there are still a few improvements you can make. It's up to you, though. Those aren't strictly required. It depends how much you care about your prisoners and their environment. The cell itself could be improved with an outward-facing window and a small bookshelf. Do we really want to give that to the people? I guess I will. And the facility would look better with a higher quality floor material, like wooden floorboards or mosaic tiles. Okay. Outside, you could add some lighting and a paved pathway if you think it needs it. This is the man in question, Edward Romsey, a teacher once, would you believe? It's not our place to decide if he deserves this. The law has made that decision. We're just here to do a job. Once you are satisfied, the facility is ready. You can begin the prisoner transfer to his new cell. Simply click on him to select him, then right-click just outside his cell to initiate the transfer. Okay, but first we're going to add those optional little things here. Let's give him a nice outward-facing window. We already have a light in there, but I guess I'll place another one. And a bookshelf. Oh, right. Yes, that's... We also need some paving stone. And what are we going to do? Mosaic tiles? Or fancy tiles. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful little fancy tiles. Nothing says death better than fancy floor tiles and a bookshelf. Oh, just lovely. Alright, are we good? Where am I building the path to? Oh, what? No. I said paving stone. What are you doing to me? It's saying there's a percentage here, even though it's checked off. I won't worry about it, but that's peculiar. Okay, anyways, let's get this guy out of the cell and into the death chamber. Don't shed one tear for this guy. He's a stone-cold killer. Guilty as charged. I don't know what... Okay. He's even confessed. Want to hear his description of what he did? It's juicy stuff. It was around 11 p.m. The lights were already on. I knew she was home. I don't even know what kind of an accent that is. It just came out of nowhere. I've never done that before in my life. Anyways, let's just watch this. God damn.
I knew I'd catch you two in here.
Oh, Edward,
Just don't.
What are you going to do?
And that's that.
Clear as day if you ask me. Deserves every volt he's gonna get.
Oh, God. All men deserve forgiveness, even him. Are you sure in yourself that you can deal out such final judgment?
Oh. Catching your wife with another man is no excuse for what he did. And he went there with a loaded gun, knowing he'd find them together. That's double premeditated murder.
He's done nothing but cooperate with the authorities. This state is making an example of him. If he'd committed his crime 100 miles north, he'd be looking at life imprisonment instead. How is that justice?
Do you want a guy like this running free? I'll sleep just fine at night when I know he's gone. Good work so far. However, there is one problem. The execution room isn't functioning yet, because it doesn't have any power. We need to connect it to the electricity supply. Sounds good. We are now viewing the prison in utilities mode, which shows us the electrical wiring layout for the entire prison. Each building in the prison is connected to the power grid by these thick underground electrical cables. Power is provided to the prison by this substation, which draws electricity from the national grid. As you can see, this entire wing of prison cells is without power. All of the lights are out. Well, that's safe. To fix this problem, we first need to switch into utilities mode to understand why the lights are without power. The nearest electrical cables are too far away. Our engineers can't complete the wiring for this area. Extend the electrical cables nearby to cover this wing of the prison. You know what? I think somebody from the Yogscast did the voices too, so I might be copying that. Sorry, but it is funny. It is funny, I have to say. So I'm copying it for good reason if I am. What? No, staff wages. That's a lot of money. Alright, bring that down. We're going to eventually have to put it in here. So actually, you know what? Let's just do that now. Screw what the CEO says. Or was it the CEO or the warden? I don't know. Whatever. Alright, fast forward. Look at all of the cooks. We don't need nearly as many people. God, we could free up some work here. Just lay them off. It'd be perfect. Lights aren't the only thing that needs power. Your new electric chair does too. Use the power cables to connect the execution facility to the power grid. Well, guess what? I just did. Ha! The electric chair itself is a special type of electrical item. It requires its own dedicated power line. You'll need to connect it up directly with mains cables. Well, we did that. We're almost done, I think. We should test the new execution room at least once before we try to use it, though. I'm just going to turn it on for a few seconds. Make sure everything is okay. Oh, crap. What did you do? Well, that didn't work. Looks like we drew too much power and tripped a circuit breaker in the power station. The whole prison is dark. Well, that's just dandy. We're going to need more juice to be able to handle the power spike that the electrical chair generates. First, we need to turn the power back on. This is a two-step process. Step 1. Switch each capacitor back on by clicking on them in Utilities mode. Step 2. Switch the power station back on by clicking on it. Then build 3 more capacitors so we have enough power capacity to handle the electric chair. Once you've done that, test the electric chair again by clicking on it in Utilities mode to turn it on. Gotcha. Okay, turn all of these on. There we go. Back up to full capacity. Alright, we'll build those very quickly. Okay. Come over to the electrical chair to test that out again. Good. I think it... Yep, it worked. Well done! I believe we are finished with this job. What happens now is out of our hands. We did a professional job, and that's important in our business. Try not to worry about what happens next.
Can I help you? Are you looking for forgiveness? I don't know. I have to do something. I can't live with the things I've done. You have to turn yourself in. Whatever you've done, you cannot evade the consequences. You will never be able to live with yourself until you face up to your past. I want to go back. I want to forgive her. I want her to forgive me. God will forgive you, no matter what you have done, if you ask Him to. But you must answer for your crimes. In the eyes of the law, there is no other way. It is time, Edward. You have done the right thing, even though this world will not forgive you for it. You will be with God soon, and He will have final judgment on you.
Edward Rumsey, you have been found guilty of 2 counts of murder in the 1st degree. The penalty is death. Do you have anything to say?
Susan? I'm sorry.
And that is it. That was the introduction to this game. Now, I don't know if they're going to be adding a campaign mode or whatnot. I'm assuming so, because they've had all that artwork in there. So, maybe. Who knows? I definitely recommend this game to you guys. Like I said, this game is in alpha stages, version alpha 8. So, don't worry about the problems. They are fixing that. They're building new assets. So don't worry about that. This was Prison Architect. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.